Hey there everyone, this is Kathleen with Be Again Books. I'm glad to spend a little time with you today. I have been trying to finish decorating these two books and have been making some ephemera, and I have recently been making some ephemera based on the Matchbox, matchbook fold. And it's just a little journaling paper, or you can make it a pocket or whatever you want. But I've been making these, and then I decided I wanted to put it in a journal. But then I discovered that it's a little harder to flip it up and write journal on this part. And so I thought, well, what if I turned it upside down? And turning it upside down means that this pulls down, and then it's much easier to write. You could put a little writing board underneath the page so that you could continue to write off the page. And plus, then I discovered that even so, if I turn this upside down, it makes a nicer edge to go into a patch pocket. So if you have a pocket, then this can slide into the pocket much easier than putting 3 layers and some staples in. You can do it either way. It's not that much of a big deal, but this slides in and this grabs, I think, a little easier. So I have decided that I'm going to make these upside down rather than flip up. It can be a flip down. And so I've been making some of those. So this is now the template that lives in my pocket pouch. And then I decided that I wanted to put it in the journal sideways, make the same kind of a matchbook closure, and then it becomes a flip out and it just tucks easily back in like that. So I made one for this journal, and then I have just stamped this little, it's a new stock, I think, wedding invitation, but I found some leftovers at the thrift store and bought them. And so I just put a stamp on it, and then I'm just going to slide that in. So I have glued this one on 2 sides. And I've mentioned before that I like to do that because then it holds way more in the pocket. If you put, if you glue on 3 sides and make it an actual pocket, then you're kind of limited to the size and the number of things you can slide in there before the pocket starts to tear on one corner. So if I just leave that corner open to begin with, then things slide in and out easier, and I can get more in there actually. So this pocket is finished. It has some ephemera. So I wanted to do another one for this journal. So it's different, but what you need is just some scrap paper. Whatever you have to use is good. But one of the things I like about it is this, it like makes some hidden journaling. So you can hide your journaling if you want with this pocket, and other things besides in the pocket behind. So this one I want to make an actual 3-sided pocket. And so the first thing I want to do is round these corners. So, and I'm going to do the kind of the tiny round just to make those corners deliberate. And then the size that you want would depend on the size of your page. So this I can get about 6 3/4 on, and I think that's what I've got here. Nope, this is just almost 7. So this is going to be a very close pocket. This is going to cover up pretty much that whole page. But that's okay. I could trim it down a little or just keep going. So I can trim it later if I need to. And so I'm just going to make some scores, and you'll notice that I have lost my little scoring tool. So I just have picked this up. It has a nice rounded ball on the top, and that won't tear the paper. So depending on how much of a lip that you want on the fold, I, on the other one, did about 1 1/4 inches. So that's what I'm going to do here, is 1 1/4 inches. Then I'm going to fold that. And then I want the total pocket to be about 4.5 inches. So let me come over and do another score at 4.5. And that will tuck in easily like that. Now let's put it on the page and measure. Yeah, it fits. It fits okay. And then there's room here for the pocket. So let me glue that down. I think I want to do the staples first and maybe distress this edge. Where's my... Okay, now I need to mark where to put the staples. We'll start with 3.5 is the middle. And take the stapler. And just at the very edge, we'll staple. Let's hope I didn't catch it. Nope, I didn't. That's a relief. Okay, now another tip that I'll give you. I know that's not very much bulk, but I can just take this flat and just smash those staples, and that makes it very flat and smooth. And then I don't have to worry about that adding any bulk, and it stays here. So we're going to glue this along this edge. Tuck that in. And we're going to glue along 3. We're going to make it a pocket this time. So we'll put glue down the back and the 2 sides. Make sure that's on straight. Okay, so I'm trying to keep it a little bit away from this spine edge because I want these papers to lay over that nicely. So, and now on this one, let's look at it again. I made this little cluster for it to tuck under. And so I thought that I would do the same thing with this one. So I just have 3 pieces here. A ticket. This is a little Tim Holtz piece. And then this is a real bus ticket, some kind. So let me put this with glue, kind of not right in the middle, just because I'm not a right in the middle kind of gal. So I'm just going to glue this. And leave about 1/2 inch, I think, is what we can do. So let's put this down, and I'm just going to go up just a little. Make sure that nothing is gluing underneath there. And then now I can hang off a little bit on the edge if I want. Let's just put this one down. And then I'll glue this one down. This one is going to be crooked or angled. It's going to just go straight. I don't want glue right here though. Let's see if that will open now. Yep. So now I have all of this space to journal on, and then it just tucks under, and then there's a pocket here. So I have just taken another piece of cardstock. It has some little fibers in it, really kind of pretty. And then we'll just tie this in a bow. So I want to go no, I want this pink on the up side. And then we'll bring this one up. And across. And back down through this hole. And if I put that in the middle, a string on either side, then I can just tie that in a bow, and it'll hold that down. And then we'll trim that off. That can slide in there. Okay, I like it. So that flips open. You can journal. You might want to take the journaling card out while you're writing on this, and then slide it back in. And then that journaling is hidden. So there's that one, and there's this one, just a little bit different, and then just regular journaling cards that can be slid into a pocket. So that is the upside down Matchbox journal card. And I hope that you find this useful in your journal projects. And If you liked this video, will you give it a thumbs up and maybe tell me how you might use it in your journal projects? Thanks so much for being with me, and I'll see you again with a new project.